Hello, everyone, and welcome to Zombie Bites Theater, day three, where every weekday, we are talking about a different horror short in our little mini movie marathon to celebrate the month that is spooky season. We hope that you're playing along. We've posted it on social media so that you guys can get ahead of these. And if you are, be sure to leave your thoughts about this short in the comments below this post. This is what people do on the internet, right? Hold on. I need a makeup brush so I can hold it up to the camera.
Don't go in with anything.
I'm an influencer now.
And remember, if you like our content, slam that subscribe button.
There you go.
All right, Ariel, what are we watching this time?
We're going to be watching Abe from 2013. You can find this one on YouTube. It was directed and co-written by Rob McLellan. He has written and directed 11 short films, most of which are science fiction, which sort of makes sense when we get into this one. He's also worked as a visual effects artist on the controversial film The Haunting of Sharon Tate.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get into this. Sarah, what is the synopsis for this?
All right, the synopsis is a self-aware robot seeks out love and meaning by kidnapping a woman and trying to alter her with horrifying results.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's accurate. Matilda, what did you think of Abe, or as some people who are cool call it, Abe?
Abe. I liked this one. It's very beautifully made. I will say, like, the set looks beautiful and like the sound design is beautiful. I found this one a little bit harder to connect to emotionally than some of the other ones. Sometimes, but that may be more of a me problem than an Abe or Abe problem. There's a little bit of a kind of like creepy C-3PO quality to this situation. Like it's like C-3PO in a long kind of encounter weekend where he really lets it out.
Oh my God.
Which, and I appreciated that part. I think it didn't like emotionally connect in some of the same ways to me, but as we will learn at the other points this week, I'm special about what I connect to. So what did you all think?
Sarah, what did you think of this one?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the starkness of the visuals. Honestly, I actually kind of gasped when he cut the moth in half.
Yeah, that was a cool
Yeah,
one.
and I mean, it was weird to basically hear a serial killer's monologue coming out of a robot.
Yeah, that's actually really true.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Ariel? What did you think of this one?
Yeah, this wasn't my favorite. I don't tend to like things with AI or
Oh, here we
robots
go.
or stuff like that.
Near future dystopia rears its head.
It just bums me out, man. I can't help it. But I will say Sarah's right. His monologue was interesting. He's obviously talking about some really important stuff about the human condition, and I appreciated that. I think it's hard to connect to because we don't get the woman at all, right? She's just there. And so that's kind of a bummer. I did really like the ending of it, though. For me, that saved the whole short because you get this quick cut where he's obviously dismembering this woman or cutting her up and trying to alter her to make her love him. And then that doesn't work. And your next scene is him watching another woman who he's quote unquote fallen in love with and is obviously going to do the same thing again. And there's something about the fact that this robot's face is unchanging, where earlier it was menacing, but just sort of almost neutral. But then in the scene where he's watching her, it felt like somebody watching with intensity with their mouth open, really creepy. Do you know what I mean? Where it kind of changed for me.
Meets you.
I was just gonna say it's futuristic you.
Yeah,
that's so true.
I really liked this.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I did actually really like this one because I really liked sort of the philosophical questions that brought up. I found the idea of taking sort of the concept of a psychopath or a serial killer through the construct of a robot that essentially we talk about people who are psychopaths being like robots and not having emotion. So what happens when you put AI, or when you create AI, but you don't give it the kinds of morality and boundaries that you would need? Like, this is a new way that they can be presented to be really scary and really dangerous. Even if you did something as benign as being like, I know how we'll make it safe. We'll make it love. We'll make it safe. But if you don't have those like guard stops of like where it becomes obsession, even the most benign seeming programming can be really, really dangerous. So I thought that was interesting. I was curious about this. So I also read this interview with the director, and he was based this off the idea of like a teenage boy. Like, what if a teenage boy falls in love with someone and doesn't have the boundaries to stop? Like,
I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
Unrequited love.
Yeah.
Took it to a horror place. So I don't know. I really
like
liked
that.
it.
Yeah.
It's Romeo.
Pretty interesting. Yes. Yeah. 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 So, all right. I would recommend. How about you, Ariel? Would you recommend, or is it?
I would. No. I would, because I think it's well made and I like the ending. So yeah, I'd recommend it.
How about you, Ariel or Matilda?
Yeah, I would recommend.
And Sarah?
Recommend.
All right. Awesome. All right. So, Matilda, why don't you go ahead, let us know what we're doing next, and take us out.
Yeah, so thank you all so much for listening, and we hope you enjoyed our review of Abe. If you're playing along, next up, we will be reviewing La Petite More on YouTube, which is... Am I wrong about which one we're doing?
No, it doesn't matter. We haven't announced it yet. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
We're doing that now.
Next week we're doing La Petite More on YouTube, which is a 2017 short, if you're trying to like filter through YouTube and see which one it is. So I am excited to talk about
that one. We shall see.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks to everybody for listening, and thank you to my co-hosts. Our theme music for this episode is Apprehensive at Best by BizBaz Studio.